Welcome to this December 8 special Christmas edition tips and tricks. Today is about user dimensions in the criteria bar. Here we have a crossstep where I already created and used the user dimension, this one here, new country groups, and it created these categories with Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and the other two categories, rest of Europe and rest of the world. And with a user dimension like this, I can actually also right-click it to add it to my criteria bar so that the end users will be able to go here and select maybe Scandinavia together with the rest of the world to get some filtered data like this. Let's go and reset that filter like this, and then let's turn the attention to the column chart down here. Now for a column chart like this using the time dimension, if you go and find this time dimension, it's the year, month, date hierarchy like this, and add it to your criteria bar. You might be well aware that you can work with dynamic criteria, these predefined options as you see it here, for instance, previous 12 months like that. But this predefined list is maybe not what your end users actually require. Maybe you don't need all of these options, maybe you need some different options than what you're seeing here, and you want to present a more customized list to your end users. And this is where you're going to use user dimensions. So let's just remove this dimension from the criteria bar and then move into our tools menu to add a new user dimension. So I'm going to add one that I will call my custom dynamic criteria like this, and this new user dimension will contain a number of members based upon these dynamic criteria options, using dynamic periods like this. And let's just start out with the previous 12 months. Maybe that should be on the list as it is. Then I'm going to add another one starting out with previous 10 months, but I'm going to change the title previous 6 months, and of course also the criteria itself, this one here. So instead of starting 12 months back, I'll just be starting 6 months back like that. And let's add another one in a similar manner. Previous 3 months, it's going to be this one here, and also changing the criteria for that, starting 3 months back like that. So let's add a few more, just standard from the list, previous month, and maybe just this month. So now I have a user dimension with these 5 dynamic members, and this is what I would like to present to my end users. So clicking OK here and close, we can go to our source data tab, use dimensions, and here it is, right click it and add it to your criteria bar. So it goes there. And if we have a look here, we can go and start using that previous 6 months. So we're in December 2021. So looking at those 6 months there, or we can just do this month, that'll be December 2021. But notice here, you cannot do both because these are single selects or radio buttons, so you cannot do multi-selects on these options. So the single select search option here is actually grayed out. You're not able to disable that. So going back to my use dimensions, I need to do something. And what I need to do is enable this option here, allow multi-select. But there's another requirement in order for this one to work. And if we look at these members here, notice this one here, it's using this operator as you see it here, and this operator, if I click it, it's the between operator that you were seeing. And that same thing goes from my previous 6 months and previous 3 months using the between operator, while this one is using equal to operators. And they need to be using the same operator, otherwise the allow multi-select will not work. So that's the requirement. I can do that by going to this one here. So I can actually just change this one from equal to between. So it's between previous month and previous month. Well, that's still previous month. And the same thing for this month. Change the equal to operator to a between operator. Between this month and this month like that. That is okay as well. So now all 5 members are using the between operator. And that should also enable me to go here and deselect this single select option. So now I can do multi-select like this, previous 3 months and including this month, as you see it here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back tomorrow for our next Christmas tip.